The controversy continues to raise at the Heritage Foundation. Yesterday, Elian Johnson broke the story of a video of the meeting where the head of Heritage met with the whole staff there and apologized and said, he made a mistake and he's going to stay. And this is all a little bit obviously inside what's going on in the leadership of a Washington think tank, but it does have larger implications related to how the party's going to deal with dissent and in the view of many, you read a lot of op-ed pieces and editorials today, the party must not tolerate anti-Semitism and pro-Hitler sentiments within the upper reaches of the movement. So, Sean, is this story over now, or does this continue to be an issue at Heritage and more broadly?
I mean, I respectfully don't ever think it was a story. I think it was a heritage issue. It may continue to be a little bit between their board and some of their donors, but this is them trying to support Tucker and missing the mark. I have continued to ask people who I consider very heavy into the movement. I get mostly it's like yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal, or this is a little about Israel. Some people will claim that this is about platforming. There's no consensus about what this is even really about. So again, I think this is more of a made up controversy that created that one institution is dealing with because of a sort of a mistimed opportunity to defend somebody that they had a relationship with.
Stephen, between now and the midterms, which party has a bigger problem with Israel and why?
Oh, that's easy.
I, I don't know if it's easy. I think that you're seeing a conversation about anti-Semitism on both the far left and the far right now, and I think both sides will have to really make an effort to address it. I think a big factor is how much is Israel going to be in the news? How much will the key elected officials be asked about Israel? But it's going to be an issue, and for people who are pro-Israel supporters who care about supporting Jewish Americans, you saw what Jonathan Greenblatt said on Morning Joe, that they have a Mamdani tracker right now. There's going to be an effort among some of these key groups to track what's happening on both the left and the right.
But just to be clear, though, there's two separate issues. I will admit, in our party, there's definitely among younger voters a distinguishing difference about support for Israel writ large. I think the older traditional Republican is unequivocally stand with Israel, supply them, arm them, etc. That's very different than what's going on the left, which is full out anti-Semitism, which is, disparaging Jews, supporting Hamas. That is not what we're dealing with. And that's a very, very big and different issue.
Yeah, I don't
If
know.
I tell you
I
guys,
think, yeah.
go ahead, Stephen.
Well, I just think that, I mean, right now, Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing a major media tour, and one of her big positions is not supporting Israel, that we should be America first. And I think her line is America only. And I think a lot of key leaders in the pro-Israel community would say that funding for the Iron Dome, for example, has been one of the most important
And I
investments. And
agree,
so
but
they would
that's
take
that goes
issue.
my point though, is that what Marjorie's issue isn't she's not pro Hamas. She's saying we shouldn't be I mean, that's kind of where they are on Ukraine too, which is we shouldn't be supporting foreign wars, etc. So again, I admit that. That's 100% what you said is true. There's a division about how we should support Israel, or if we should, or support anybody for that matter, versus I think supporting Hamas, anti-Semitic behavior, not condemning outrageous protests and minimizing people and what's going on at these universities in terms of shouting down and canceling Jewish students, not allowing people to practice their faith. Very different.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
just think that the labels we use here are very interesting. If you are openly anti-Semitic, are you really a liberal? Are you really a progressive? And so, who we claim to be part of these camps is an interesting conversation.
Totally agree with that.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.